Welcome to the Cell Soul Source podcast. I'm Jackie, a chiropractor, yogi, and Akashic reader, and I'm here to activate healing in light workers of all kinds so they can serve from an empowered place and fulfill their purpose with ease, awe, and wonder. Today's topic is a really big one. We know that so many people struggle with low back pain. So if you are looking to heal your low back pain for good, then we're about to break down the steps that are required for you to do that. Now, I'll paint a little picture. You've likely had an episode of low back pain, and you've done the standard rehab exercises and found them really boring. Most people stop there because they are given such boring exercises to do. So they actually never get into the strength and conditioning part because the beginning rehab is so dull that they lose interest. And so a lot of people stop their healing journey there. And when you have your episode of low back pain, you also take it easy. Maybe you have a couple of days off work, or maybe you start to ask people at work to help you with things. Maybe the family chips in a little bit more at home. So things are a little bit easier for you. And your back pain settles. And it settles to kind of a manageable level. And in that little hiatus where things were a little bit slower and you had a little bit more time and space to think, you promised yourself that you wouldn't go back to the way things were. I have heard this so many times. You promise yourself you'll make the changes. You won't take on as much work. You won't work as fast. You won't hustle. You'll go home on time. Whatever the promise is you make to yourself in that moment. But then the back pain becomes manageable. You start to reintegrate back into your normal life. And before long, you are right back in the thick of things. You go straight back to your old ways, despite having promised yourself that you wouldn't. And there's a couple of reasons why this happens. So the most obvious one is that your brain likes to take the path of least resistance. It's trying to save energy by using programs that it already has, that it can just run on autopilot, that don't take up a lot of energy. So whatever you were doing is familiar to your brain. So your brain would prefer to do that and save energy, even if the old ways are not resourceful, they are familiar. And your brain loves familiarity. It feels safe when things are familiar. The other reason why you tend to go back to old habits is often you are working from a blockage and a limiting belief. And so that drives your behaviors, your thoughts, your actions, your emotions. And often those limiting beliefs are around, I can't trust other people to do it as well as I can. I don't believe that if I don't do it, it'll still get done. Often there's a limiting belief around, I'm not good enough, always looking for validation. And so in order to really break out of this cycle of feeling the low back pain, so you're getting the feedback, your physical body is giving you the feedback and it wants you to take specific action. And for a short time, you take that specific action. You ask for the help, like I say. You slow down, you offload some of your responsibilities and some of the heaviness that you were feeling. But then, as soon as it feels manageable, you go right back to your old ways. So if you really want to break out of this cycle, you need to create a new pathway that feels safe through every level of your being, physically, energetically, emotionally. And these are the steps that we go through to create that new pathway. Number one, you have to identify and dissolve the root cause of your low back pain. Often it's driven by lack of safety, fear, lack of trust, scarcity. And you might be going, oh no, that's not me. So it's weird that I've got low back pain. But often the limiting beliefs that are driving us are subconscious. They happened outside of our conscious awareness, sometimes outside of our memory. So you won't know the specifics. You just know that you have this reoccurring back pain and a pattern that seems common, that keeps repeating itself in your life. But when you release this blockage and you release this limiting belief from your field, you will notice an ease in your body and it'll creep out into your life. You won't be forcing things anymore. You will be in creation mode and things just seem to flow instead of that sensation of, pushing a boulder uphill all the time. Things will feel easy and you'll sense it in your body first, because instead of your body holding that tension in the low back, you'll feel everything relax. You'll feel your low back will be able to relax. Number two, we need to use the feedback that your energy bodies are giving you to make specific energetic shifts. So we're not guessing, we are making the specific shifts on the back of the exact feedback your energy bodies are giving you. So that means you're always taking simple action. These aren't massive sweeping gestures. You don't need to go and sit on top of a mountain and meditate in silence. These are simple, small actions that you can take in the moment throughout your day that mean everything you do is in alignment with healing and expanding and growing. So it's no longer, when my back is hurting, I will take it easy and ask for help. But in the rest of the moments in between, I have this drive in the background that's going, oh gosh, I'm not good enough, so I better do extra. I better try and do it perfectly. I better try and control everything I can so that it feels a little bit safer to my system, because secretly, subconsciously, I don't feel like I'm good enough. And often that's what's driving our behavior. And that's how we end up with the low back pain. So when you're using the feedback of your energy bodies, now who you're being in every small moment is in alignment with your mission, which makes it feel light and fun. We did not come here to struggle continuously. We came here to experience and explore and have fun. So when we're making these changes in the moment and being who we came here to be, then it does feel light and it does feel fun. And you are exploring new edges and new levels and upgrades and up levels all the time. And then number 3, we have to activate the kind of security in your body and your life that means you can back yourself. So at the moment, your back can feel vulnerable. People tell me their back feels weak, and that feels uncertain. So you're not sure you can rely on your back. You're not sure you can trust your body. Well, we get to activate the kind of security in your body that means you can back yourself. And when you can back yourself, you can hold that big vision and you can take the next right step towards it. So instead of it feeling scary, you can back yourself to go, right, this is the vision, I'm going big, and I'm going to take that next step, knowing that I can back myself, trusting that it will be perfect. And this is a very different energy. So your low back is just feedback. It's just feedback asking you to make these changes. It's saying, I'm not sure I feel good enough. I'm not sure we can make this next step. Not sure we can hold that vision. It seems pretty big and I don't know if I'm good enough to hold it. So we activate this security that means you can do all of that. Not only can you do all of that, it actually sets your soul on fire. You can't wait to go and see what happens when you do this next step. You can't wait to see where your limitless potential takes you. So you can see that when you heal your back pain for good, getting rid of your back pain is a fraction of the benefit of doing this work. On the other side of this, when you dissolve this blockage and you move it through your energy bodies and you encode that new pathway and you activate that level of security, you can see that you move through the world from a completely different place. Instead of reacting on the back foot, making knee-jerk decisions, you're just striding confidently forward with purpose and meaning. You are here to change the world through your work in a way that only you can do. And your back pain is showing you exactly what you need to clean up in order to step into this with ease. And that's the magic word, with ease. Not from a forcing energy, not from a scarcity energy, not from a desperate energy, from the energy of ease. That's what we came here to do. So if you haven't already checked out embodiment, please go and do that. We are going to work through these exact steps in a close proximity group with people who are on a journey similar to yours, gathering the same momentum to move through this blockage, break through to the other side, and step into your next version. The version of you who just moves through the world with ease, is relaxed and completely lit up at the same time. I so look forward to connecting with you on the next podcast. I am rooting for you. We rise together. If you feel called, please rate and review. I would really